Hey, what's up? You must be a math teacher or a math student, and you're filled with frustration because you're wondering how will you ever insert these math equations digitally? Well, today's video is just for you. What's up, everyone? My name is Sheala, and I'd like to welcome you to my little corner of the internet. If you're new here, I am a high school French teacher, and if you're returning, I'd like to say welcome back. If you haven't done so as yet, I do hope you go ahead and hit that subscribe button so that you can become a part of this community. Equatio is a Chrome extension that allows you to insert mathematical expressions into any Google Docs, Google Slides, Google Form document that you're working with. So now that we know what Equatio is, let's go and take a look and see how it is applied to some of our Google documents. In order for us to use the extension called Equatio, we must go ahead and deal with all of the preliminary matters. And the first thing is to go ahead and download the Equatio Chrome extension from the Chrome Web Store. Okay, so this is what the Equatio icon looks like. And so you would go ahead and you're going to add to Chrome. That's the button you're going to see here. And then you're going to click the add to Chrome button. And now we're going to watch what happens when you get to the web store and you download the Equatio app extension. Okay, so once the extension has been downloaded, then we can go ahead and start to see how it works. But let's watch how the extension is down. We're done with setting up our initial template. If you wanted to learn how I set this up, you can go ahead and check out this video that is suggested up above. And then you see I have math quiz 1 and I have answer all the questions below. So I'm going to go ahead and now insert a section because I want to section it off. Once they see this, that's fine. Let's move on to the next section. So I just want this to be for question 1. So once we're done with titling this question 1, we're going to go ahead and select this plus button to add a question. Now once you've selected the button to add a question, this is what is going to show up. So now we're going to go and type in our question. And the first question that we want to type in is, what is the factor of? So we want to be able to add in an equation or an expression here. So you see this blue icon here. This is the Equatio icon. So we're going to go ahead and select the Equatio icon so that we can insert our math. So this toolbar is going to show up. This is the Equatio toolbar. And here on the toolbar we have the equation editor. We have the latex editor, the graph editor. We also have the handwriting editor. We have the speech input as well as Equatio mobile. So our first thing is we're going to work with the equation editor. So here in the equation editor, we're going to type in our equation. Now there are two ways you can go ahead and do this. You can type in the X now, or I'm going to go ahead and delete this and show you the much shorter way. So here we see we can insert a text, so we can insert a text color, add our favorites, delete or clear something. But we want to go over to the 3 dots, which is the more button. and we want to select this button because it allows us to see much more that can be done using the equation editor. And so here we can go ahead and look at the general, the symbols, the layout, and so it tells us how we want our things layout and formulas. So we're really looking at getting a superscript. So what a superscript does is this is where you're able to do the squared and the cube and all those other stuff. So we want to select the superscript, and it's going to give us an x squared a. So what you want to do is press on a Mac, it's delete, or you can press backspace 2 times so that you're able to delete the a squared and put in whether or not you want it squared or cubed, however you want it done. So we want x squared, and you're going to press the arrow button, that is the right arrow, so that you can get it to move from the superscript, and then we're going to press the plus x minus 12. Now once you're done with your equation, you can go ahead and select this insert math equation. You can find it at the lower right column of your equation toolbar. So we're going to go ahead and select it, and what happens is the equation shows up in the form of an image. Now if you notice you're unable to see your image, now what you can do is select this 3 dots button for a particular alignment of your equation. So you can either left align it, center it, which I like to do, or you can right align it, change the image, or just delete the image if it's not working for you. Okay, so once you're done, you're going to go ahead and we're going to add another section for question 2 because we want to use another equation. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and add a section, and I'm going to title my section question 2. So once I'm done with this section, I'm going to go to add a question, and I'm going to proceed to adding another question, but I'm not going to use the equation editor. I am actually going to use the graph editor. Okay, so I am going to go ahead and ask, the question is going to be, what is the slope of? And then I'm going to select the equation symbol, Equatio symbol, and I'm going to go over to the graph editor. Here in the graph editor, I don't want to use this, but I want to change my graph to be y equals 2x plus 4. I'm going to use plus 4. And so once I've put in my equation, you notice here on the right, I have my graph. Okay, so my graph is drawn for me from y equals 2x plus 4, and then I can go ahead and insert the graph into my question, and you will find that the image for the graph is going to show up in my question. Now you can go ahead and select the graph, and you can resize it to your liking, whether you want it smaller or even larger. It's totally up to you. That can be done just by selecting the graph and resizing it. Okay, so now we've done 2 things using Equatio. We were able to add an expression with a square. We were able to use the graph editor to insert a graph. And now we want to see what else we can do with Equatio. I'm going to add another section. And so this is going to be for question number 3. So we're going to add a question, and we want to see what else can be done with this Equatio. Select the Equatio icon so that the Equatio toolbar can show up. And now we want to go to the toolbar, and we want to select the handwriting recognition. So with the handwriting recognition, we're able to either use our stylus pen if you're using an iPad, or let me just clear this right here. You can use your mouse, or if you have a touch screen laptop, you can go ahead and use your fingers. So we want to put in this equation. Okay, so let's look. we have to ensure that the plus sign is done accurately, or else it's going to continuously ask us to put in this plus sign because the handwriting recognition tool has to read it. Now, if you notice, my handwriting is not the best, but when I'm done, I want you to take a look on the right so that you can see what is happening while I'm handwriting in this equation. I know what you're thinking. I know exactly what you're thinking. Why didn't you show me this in the first place? Teachers, this is a godsend to you, to me, to all of us, because all you have to do is write in the equation and it shows up in its typewritten form, and all you have to do thereafter is go ahead and select the insert math button. Voila, you have your equation, no sweat. Okay, so you go ahead and you insert your equation. Of course, you can align it however you want to align it. Okay, let's see what else we can do with the Equatio button. Now, I want to add another question in the same section again. So I'm going to select the add question button, and then I'm going to select the Equatio icon, and I want to move out of the handwriting tool. So we've looked at the Equatio editor, we've looked at the graph editor, we've looked at the handwriting recognition, and now we want to move on to this speech input. So we're going to go ahead and select the speech input. We're going to clear the last activity that I was working on, and we want to see what can be done with our speech input. So you see this red button right here. This is where you want to select that button so that you can start the speech input. So we're going to select the button x squared plus 4x plus 3. Teachers, again, I know what you're thinking. This is miraculous. You're able to speak your equations into existence. I mean, if this is something that you need to quickly put up in 5 minutes for your students, this is it, teachers. This is it. This is not only convenient, but this is a godsend to you who have to, who just thrusted into this virtual learning arena. Listen, this is it. Okay, so then we would go ahead and select the insert math, and our equation editor is giving us the image, and there you have it, our equation. So of course you can toggle, you can select the 3 dots and you can align your question, and that's it. Let's take a look at the preview. Let's see what our students are going to see. So we're going to select the preview, and you see here it starts off with math quiz 1. We select the next. Once we've selected the next button, you will see that what the questions come up and the way that they come up is exactly as it is shown. X squared plus x minus 12. And the students are able to select the answer. It really depends on how you have it set. Is it a multiple choice, short answer? You can have the students upload their working from take a picture of their working and upload it. It's really up to you. Okay, so you see Equatio is a godsend to us math teachers. I'm so glad that you stayed to the end of this video, and I hope that you found this video to be helpful to you. And if you did, go ahead and share this video with all of your teacher friends. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so already. And I just want to thank you, and I'll see you in the next video. Guys, continue to be safe, take care, and I love you.